Hi everybody, let's get started to create that resin bloom that I was talking about on my Facebook Reels. So first up, I've already mixed up my resin and I've let it sit for all the bubbles to rise up, and I've also let the resin heat up a little bit, and I've put a thin layer on my resin mold. Next step, I've added a small amount of resin into a little Dixie cup, and I have added 1 drop of the pigment paste. This is the white color, the Tea Expert brand, and I am mixing this up very, very well. I'm making sure that all the pigment paste is mixed in and scraped off the side, and you can see here the texture. Okay, we are now going to move this to the side, and I'm going to show you what we're going to do next. I have these cake piping bags that I am going to be pouring each of my colors inside. As you can see, I have already poured it into bag number 1. Now we're on to bag number 2. Same amount of resin. We're mixing it up, and I've added just 1 drop of the black pigment paste, and again, thoroughly mixing it up. All right, we're going to move on to our third color, which is this deep bronze coppery color. I love this richness of this color. This is a mica powder. So we had 2 pigment pastes, and then this one is a mica powder. We are going to stir this up thoroughly, just like we did with the other ones, and we are also going to add this one to the piping bags. Now, before I add them to the piping bag, I am going to measure the temperature. As you can see here, these are very, very low right now, and that means that the resin is not ready for our resin bloom yet. Okay, now I have placed all 3 colors inside the cake piping bags, as you can see, and I'm going to just let it sit until the temperature gets higher. So the next step in the process, I am choosing to include a silver crystal in the center of my coaster, as you can see here. And now we're going to start piping the white. Again, this is a pigment paste. You can choose whichever type of design that you want. And I am just going to loop these around and around and around. And it's really important that the temperature of your resin is correct. I waited until this got up to about an 86 to 88 degrees. So now we're going to do larger loops, as you can see here. So some of the most important parts when creating a resin bloom is what I've learned over the past. I've really only done like 5 attempts on these, and each one I waited a different time between adding the white to the resin. And the temperature of the resin plays a huge part in whether or not the white will basically travel and expand and spread out. So as you can see, obviously it's very thin little pieces and it doesn't look like anything is spreading out yet, but over time you will see there is quite a difference and everything does begin to spread. So next up, I'm going in with the mica powder. So this is that copper, burnt bronze copper color. And again, we're doing larger loops coming through. And then I did a little strip in the center. Again, you really don't know how the design is going to look when it's the very first time doing it. So this is the first time I've tried this design, and I really do love how it turned out in the end, and I can't wait for you guys to see how it turns out. Okay, now it's time to come in for our last color, which is the black pigment paste, and we are going to just use a small amount of the black. Again, the reason why the piping bags end up working so well is because you can control how much of the paste comes out. I've tried this the first couple times using a cup, like the little Dixie cup to pour, and you really didn't have good control over how much was coming out. Also, you can see that I messed up my design a little bit. I was doing it on the inside and then I started to do it on the outside. But in the end, it didn't really matter too much. Okay, one of the last steps that we're going to take is we're going to drag the tool through all of our colors. So the white, the mica powder, and the black. And every time that we dragged it through the colors, we're going to wipe off the tool at the end because you don't want to bring any of the color back into the piece. And I would say that the depth that I went was about halfway through. I also found this part a tiny bit nerve-wracking as I was trying to keep everything sturdy and straight and controlled, and my hand did get a little shaky for some reason. You can see that the white is starting to spread, and that meant that this was going to turn out fantastic. And again, it's really hard to be patient when creating these blooms because it does take quite a few steps. So now I'm coming in again with the tool and kind of dividing up the petals of the flower that this is going to become. So once again, I was being very steady with my hand, or as steady as I could be. Okay, because I had some extra resin, of course, I had to create another piece. This one turned out just as nice, but I did decide to do a little bit of a different design. So I did add the silver sparkles in the center as well, and then I did some really large petals. And for some strange reason, this one did not spread out as well. And you know why I think that happened is the resin got too cold. So I was doing this out of my garage, and so it's like the resin had heated up for the first piece, which allowed the pigment paste to spread out, and then this one, the resin was a little bit too chilly, and therefore it did not spread as well as I wanted it to. So next up, I added the black and went all around the design, and then I also added the mica powder to this piece as well. Okay, we're gonna speed up this video a bit so that you can see the whole process. So the black was added, and then we went in with the mica powder. Again, I looped it all around. You can see that the pigment paste has started to move a bit. I think that I had a little bit too much in the center. And again, I took the tool and I dragged it through. All right, next up, we're going to add the black base. So I added pigment paste to this and covered the bottom, and let's have our big reveal. So this really is my favorite part because we don't really know how it's going to turn out until we unveil. I am loving how the colors spread, how the white spread, how that copper bronze color spread, and it really looks like a real flower. Okay, and on to the second one. You guys will see exactly what I was talking about, how the white did not spread the same amount as the first one, but let's sit back and watch to see what we reveal. All right, there we go. So this is a totally different shaped flower, but I love how this one turned out as well. Okay, and now one more reveal of the original piece, and I would love for you to subscribe to my channel and ask any questions you have below. Thanks for watching.